your cell phones to vibrate off or mute. And we'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
All right. Appreciate everybody coming out. Kind of quickly review Michigan State. Actually, before getting to Michigan State, address Fred Hansard. I won't get into the specifics of it, but Fred will be done, for the season. Had to undergo a surgery and will be done for the season. So, I know all the guys and the families and the coaches and his parents are very, very supportive of Fred, but he will be unavailable for the rest of the season. Getting into specifically Michigan State, critical statistics that we talk about every single week. The turnover battle, we were even. We didn't win, and we had a bunch of opportunities to really win that. That was significant in the game. Penalties were significant in the game, especially either the pre-snap penalties or post-snap penalties that are correctable. Drive start, I think, was big. The difference, we ended up winning that by a little bit, but the reality is we had two inside the 10-yard line, one at the 2-yard line, and one inside the 10. I thought that was a major factor in the game. And although the sack battle, we had 3 and they had 1, we were pressured a lot. So that, and then the explosive play battle. I think probably one of the mistakes that we made is we were pretty focused on being patient with the run game, and we were able to get the run game going and ran the ball on them better than anybody had all year long, but we weren't as explosive as we need to be in this offense. So I think they're the main things that kind of jump out. And then the last point I'd make is, we had gotten better all year long. Felt like that week to week, watching the tape. Felt like that during the games. Felt like that after the games, watching the tape, and did not feel like that this past week. So obviously we need to get back on that track. From an Indiana perspective, got a lot of respect for Coach Allen and what he's done. Really a good guy. I've enjoyed getting to know him both personally and professionally. Really a good guy. Kind of looking back from a historical perspective, lost to Indiana the year before we got here in 2013. But Coach Allen, this is his second season there and has done a nice job. Got a defensive background. I think everybody realizes that. You look at their staff. Mike DeBoer, the offensive coordinator, has been doing it a long time, 36 years, 18 years as a coordinator. Been very successful. They do a nice job on offense. They're a spread offense. They got a dual threat quarterback who's improved dramatically as a thrower. They're spreading the ball around. They got 6 receivers with 18 catches or more, and then they're an 11 personnel or 10 personnel team, but majority in 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 wide receivers. Guys that kind of stand out is the quarterback, Peyton Ramsey's doing a nice job. Kid from Cincinnati, Ohio, 68% completion ratio, but is really distributing the ball around well. The running back, Stevie Scott, is an interesting guy. Forced us to go back and kind of look throughout the recruiting process. A kid from New York who's playing for him as a freshman. He's a big kid, 6'2", 236 yards, and is doing a nice job. And then they got 4 wide receivers: Jay-Sean Harris, Donovan Hale, Nick Westbrook, and Ty Freifogel, I think is the way you pronounce that. Obviously Jay-Sean Harris is a guy not only on offense but also on special teams that has made a bunch of big plays. He's a guy, you get the ball in his hand in space, and he's challenging. And then defensively, Mark Hagan is the defense coordinator, but him and Tom Allen, are doing that together. I think the big thing with them is turnovers and disruption. They do a lot of different things on tape. They're very specific, game plan week to week. They change a lot week to week. They had seven games with an 6 out of the 7 games with an interception. So doing some really good things there. And then obviously, a decent amount of sacks. I think they're 11th in the FBS in sacks and 20th with tackles for loss. So doing a great job there. They're a 4-down defensive front. They play robber coverage. They pressure a decent amount, 46% overall. And then we're impressed with number 99 defensive end, Alan Stallings, linebacker number 42, Marcelino Ball, and then strong safety number 9, Jonathan Crawford, are guys that stand out to us. And then a defensive coordinator, William Inge, I've known for a long time, is doing a nice job with them. And then obviously I already talked about Jay Sean Harris is a guy that we target going into the game, saying that we got to make sure that he does not impact the game as much as he has impacted others to this point. So open up the questions.
Rich Scarcella, Reading Eagle.
Hi, James. How are you?
Hey, Rich. How are you, buddy?